But as I foresee a future, it's like this. I foresee a future in not too long a distance, a future where Africa will be the focus of the world.
Changing the narratives with Mr. B.
Good evening, sir.
Uh-huh.
How are you doing today? You look fresh.
Not very good.
Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Well done, sir. Please, there is one or two questions that I'm going to ask you, and I believe through this very interview, a lot of people are going to learn from this side. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, all my great viewers, depending on the place you are watching us from. We have a big personality in this very place with us. Yes, when I say big, is big. As we proceed, you will understand the reason why I use the word big. He has been able to pave a way for himself here in Italy to make difference in this land. Please, I want you all to sit and relax as we are going to be sharing from his wealth of experience here in Italy. I know and I'm sure that you are not going to be disappointed. Please, let us turn back to our guest today. Sir, please, I want to ask you a few questions. Like, before you left Nigeria, what were you doing, sir?
I
Back home.
wasn't I wasn't doing anything. If I was doing something, I wouldn't have come over here.
Okay. But like,
I just left school.
you left school.
Yeah, I just left school. I just left school. So left school for some years, wandering about in the street, and I got the opportunity to come over here. And since then, I've been here.
Which is say to say in a great extent that you are a graduate.
Of course, definitely.
A graduate from.
From our Chipole.
So, sir, the first question I would like to ask you here now is that you have been here already and you experienced life here and you also experienced life in Nigeria. Now, so what you have seen so far in this very place, maybe you have money and you want to go into investment and also encourage people to go for one. Where would you like to do your investment? Here in Europe or in Africa?
Um, you know, as an African, as a Nigerian in particular,
Mm,
I would definitely love to go to Nigeria to do my investment because that's my home.
okay.
You understand? But based on the prevailing situation in Nigeria, where you can't really go into business or trust your business in the hands of, because of the intricacies involved in business doing business in Nigeria,
Mm,
I feel it's wiser, better off to have an investment here. Start with having an investment here.
okay.
Then when you solidify, you have consistent source of income, you can use the profit or whatever to try to do whatever you want to do in Nigeria.
But here must be
You must be solid
before you taking
before you
off.
move,
Oh,
so that whatever you experience in Nigeria, you can always fall back to
what you have here.
what you have here. So it doesn't really make sense hustling here and starting a program there, and by if it doesn't go out well there, then you're back to
Square
square
one.
one.
Okay.
When you're built in a in a solid foundation,
Listen.
you can always grow back.
Okay.
It really doesn't fall off, you know.
Okay.
So basically, I would advise anybody to make sure that it's solid, you know, financially wherever you are. Have a foundation you can always fall back on. Then do whatever you want to do with the rest in Nigeria or whatever. As a businessman, you always. But as a businessman these days, it doesn't really locations doesn't really matters now. You can make your money wherever you can
Feel
be
like.
anywhere, you know.
All right.
So it
Okay,
depends
sir.
on your.
The other question now is like, sir, you've seen a lot of us now that migrated to this very place. We are getting married, giving birth to kids,
Mm,
expanding in this very place.
mm.
And there is one fundamental, will I say a mistake? I don't know, but from your own view, I believe you are still going to educate a lot of us here, having a wealth of experience over this very whole issue.
Yeah.
Uh, having children here, you will see that a lot of us still don't feel it necessary or see it necessary to do any of our investment here. We rather prefer going back to Africa To you, do you think that that is a good idea? You have your children here, you have your life here, and at the end, you do your investment back. Do you think that these children that you are giving birth to, or you give birth to in this place, will one day go back to Africa because of what you have here? Because a lot of people here are engaging in such acts.
It's 50-50. Um, we often talk about Nigeria
Yeah.
only because of our memories attached, a lot of memories attached to it, nostalgic feelings. That's
Okay.
mostly the reasons why we think about Nigeria, because we grew up there.
All right.
We started our primary to secondary and wherever you had your experience with family, the family extended system is there. Those are the reasons why you think about going to Nigeria, because of your memories,
Okay.
those nostalgic feelings you have about going to Nigeria. That is the only reason why we're thinking about going to Nigeria to establish. But the kids here, the memories they have are memories they have about here.
Mm.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yes, sir.
They have their friends here. They have their colleagues here. They grow up. They start looking for work here. Even from here, they're not thinking about going to Nigeria. They're thinking about going to somewhere else apart from here. So at the end of the day, when there is no emotional attachment to Nigeria, you will find it very, very difficult to say, okay, your children will finally go there and settle down. You understand?
Yeah.
But as I foresee a future, it's like this. I foresee a future in not too long a distance, a future where Africa will be the focus of the world.
Okay.
You understand?
Why do you say so?
Where everybody will want to go to Africa and establish, because that's the new frontier.
Mm.
Africa is the new frontier. Don't get it warped. You know, Africa is the new frontier, whether they like it or not. You know, in no distant future, I believe that the focus will be in Africa, and it will only be wise then if we have establishment there, if
Okay.
we have our houses there, we have
Okay.
establishment there. It will only be wiser for us economically,
Okay.
because I believe, but not in this our generation though.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
that is why we are so greedy, because we don't want to prepare the way for our kids.
Oh,
Because we'll be working today, not because I want to benefit from it, but because of my kids benefiting from it.
okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Maybe in another 10, 15, 20 years, the focus will be there, and everybody will be focused in Nigeria, in Africa, because that will be the new frontier. That's the new the new place where everybody want to go and hustle.